Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. Today we've got a compelling AFC matchup for you, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Cleveland Browns. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Cleveland. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Play action now, Ward. Now a run here off the RPO, he'll keep it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
To throw is Ward. We'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Titans first down. A gain of 7. And the Titans first down.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Here's Ward. He's got the open man. It's Heilmanner. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Titans first down. It's a gain of 10.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 44 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. To throw, here's Ward. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
After the sack, third and goal now from the 12. Throwing now, Ward. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. The Browns D locked in on third down, brings up fourth.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it, and there's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3, psychologically, maybe a win for the defense.
A 29-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
Browns, nothing.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer. Out of Colorado, it's Shedeur Sanders.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
13 yards on the play.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, but their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the gain of 5, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On play action, here's Shedeur. Now he's going to step up and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Sanders. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Out of the gun here, Sanders. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. A third and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
On fourth down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They go play action with Ward. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And now a fake there on the jet sweep as he'll give to Pollard. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 29, here's second and 3. Here's Pollard again. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the gun, Ward. This is caught. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Ward. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Tony Pollard taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Joey Slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Sanders to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 9. Play action. It's Sanders. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
From the gun, it's Shador. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense and running back Tony Pollard set to go back to work. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Ward. That's complete to DK. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st down. A gain of 15. 1st down, Titans.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing is Ward. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this one is incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half.
Joey
10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They will start this drive with Ford. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, they turn to Ford. And it pushes way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
the Browns. First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. To throw is Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Ball on the 27. Here's second and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. Pass caught. He's got Tillman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On the ground, it's Ford. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. It's Ward. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Right back to him on first down. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9. On play action, Ward. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. Off the bootleg, Ward swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll get nothing out of that one. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw is Ward. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Here's a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. Open man down the field. That's Iomater. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Iomater from 21 yards away. And the Titans have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the gun, it's Sanders. Got his man complete over the middle. That's 4. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get 1 more shot after after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
This is Ford, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They run with Ford. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now. The 2-minute offensive phase and everyone on the bench.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better. Under pressure, they got him again.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety. And
he's going to go down again.
Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
They'll get this complete to Tillman.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Tennessee offense set to go again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Second down and 8. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
From the gun, here's Ward. Throw to the right, caught by Cockrell.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. This to make it a 3-score game late. Sly able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Cleveland offense making their way out. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Sanders. Open man, that's Tillman. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing, Sanders. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Sanders. Under pressure, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And that is taken in by Njoku. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play.
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
Sanders. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
final shot. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all